guys, we're inside a Jeep Cherokee Trackhawk, and if you're not familiar with the Jeep Cherokee Trackhawk, it's got a supercharged V8 packing, what, 707 horsepower? Is it the same as
6.2 liter V8?
I
believe it's 707, just like all the other
just like the Hellcats. Okay, well, the difference here is it's got all-wheel drive and can easily sit 5
easily.
I gotta test this one out.
Ladies and gentlemen,
hey,
Will Kinton.
I'm back.
Where do you work again?
Autotrader.com/oversteer.
I think that's right.
Yeah,
that sounds right.
How much do you think this is?
I'm gonna say 89.
Starting 85.9. Total price 99965.
Convenient.
Yeah.
Alright, so we are in the Trackhawk, and it's a little misty out right now, right? But what we're going to do is go over here into apps and then what? Oh.
Starting SOS.
No,
not that one.
SOS
Stop.
call ended. To reconnect, press the SOS button.
No.
To call, no, okay.
To calling, no, we
Let's
don't want to
try
call
again.
again. Try and drive modes.
Good, alright. That was too easy to hit SOS.
It's real easy.
Drive mode, race options, launch, activate launch control.
Right, head against the headrest.
I'm nervous.
Alright, so now, vehicle will launch at 2100. Follow instrument. So, launch enabled, apply full throttle, and go. Jesus.
Holy cow! That's the most brutal acceleration outside of like a roller coaster I've ever felt.
My eyes need to get back together. Well, all-wheel drive in a Hellcat engine,
It'll do it.
yeah, and it works. Alright guys, this is a Jeep Grand Cherokee Trackhawk. What that means is you're getting a supercharged V8 with 707 horsepower and an 8-speed automatic transmission, sending power to not 2, like your other Hellcats, all 4 freaking wheels. What does that mean? It's pretty much the ultimate, most badass 5-seater SUV on the planet.
The only word to describe it is brutal. Maybe savage. There may be no better platform for that engine than in that truck. The all-wheel drive system, literally on a launch control managed launch, will put you in a seat like very few vehicles.
And you might say, oh, I can get that in a Hellcat, or I can get that in a Charger. Sure you can, but I'll tell you what, those cars aren't going to claw and grip the road when you put your foot down like this son of a bitch does. This has 295s on all 4. They're all-season P0s. They're not the stickiest tire in the world, but damn if that all-wheel drive doesn't hook this thing up.
That I remember thinking when FCA did this originally that like, okay, I guess we're gonna put Hellcats and everything. This works on an amazing level.
It sounds mean. You get the burbling one of those upshifts. It's very similar to that. Actually, here, take a listen. That's nasty. That is brains rattling around the back of your head until you let off the gas and let it all settle again. Sitting right on top, and this is really what makes all the power, is the supercharger. It is a root supercharger, and it's operated off of this pulley. So if, for example, your belt snaps, this belt on the supercharger is on its own system, run off the crank. But if this was to brake, then you would have no more boost and you would no longer get that immense power off of this engine. But because this pulley is what does all the magic, if you replace this pulley with a smaller pulley and then you update the engine software to compensate, you're going to get more boost. You could probably get another 100 or so horsepower on top of the 707 on this. If this 707 just isn't ludicrous enough for you, swap a pulley, software, you're probably looking at 800 horsepower. You've got Brembo brakes, big wheels. It doesn't really look like anything fancy, but the second you start the engine and you hear that, the exhaust, oh, you know what's up. What else is up? The price. $80-some thousand. We're talking about $85,000 base-ish if you want this. This car is not fully, it might be fully loaded, but let me tell you, it's got leather, the panoramic roof, it's got a couple other things on there. It adds up another $15,000. This, you're looking at a $100,000 Jeep Grand Cherokee Trackhawk right here. Is it worth it? Meh. Maybe.
And this starts at $85,000. It's not cheap. My Grand Cherokee was something like 40, and there are levels and things in here that I look at and say, yeah, that's exactly the same. But and this is a couple years newer. But it's got the Harman Kardon stereo. This has a $5,000 level upgrade on the leather. For the most part, a lot of the middle stuff, the screen, the buttons, the stuff that controls the sunroof, all exactly the same. So I kind of wonder at some points how the base model is literally more than twice as much. And then you start it up, put it in track mode, hit launch control, and a little thing will pop up and say, floor it, basically. And you floor it, and the goddamn thing just takes off like a bat out of hell. It is unbelievable. I can't still, I think my hand's still shaking a little bit just from driving this. It is fantastic. I think it's a lot better use of the engine. I think you could drive around in this on a daily basis and just listen to that noise and the it just sounds like an animal. I want one.